What's up, beautiful people? This is your full moon in Capricorn energy report. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the Zoom lady saying this video is now being recorded, but apparently every time now that I click it, it does that. So I apologize if that kind of threw me off for a second. So much change going on, a lot of change going on in our lives, in the world, everywhere around. And look, we just came off of the eclipse season, and well, we're deep, we're knee deep into the eclipse season. All right, it's going to be lasting for pretty much the rest of the year, but we also just had the second of 3 Saturn and Uranus squares. This is significant because this is an energy that we are all feeling. All right, there's so much growth, there's so much change, and there's so much unknowns, but a big part of this, a real big part of this, especially because Uranus is moving forward, Saturn is retrograde. So because that's going on, Uranus is saying it's time to grow. It's time to shit or get off the pot. So at least in my life, I don't know about you guys, please comment, leave a comment in the comment section below, but all kinds of shit's coming up for everybody. Now, for me, I'm actually doing pretty well. A lot of change, but like a lot of good change is happening. And with all this change comes things that we may be trying to hold on to, that, you know, experiences that we may have not wanted to have or thought that was going to have, maybe like surprise expenses, or just, you know, this is where we have to expect the unexpected. But you know what? Like if we are in that place of expecting the unexpected, this is actually a really good time to be alive, really. All right. The universe is pushing us. It's literally kicking us out the freaking door of our old patterns, and it's saying, look, it's time to grow, dude. Time to level up. And we have a choice. We always have a choice, right? We have free will. We can either choose to sit in our schmegma of old habits, old thoughts, old patterns, right? Right now, especially right now, okay? You know, manifestation is happening very fast. Thoughts are things, and our thoughts are creating, you know, are manifesting at record speeds, right? So whatever it is that you're thinking about, you are bringing about. So manifestation, so important to be aware of your surroundings, aware of your thoughts, aware of what's going on in your life. And look, I'm not saying to just be airy fairy and like keep an open mind, but I am saying is be aware and realize that if you really truly do believe you've been doing the work and you believe that you deserve something great, which I'm really hoping that you do, because we all really do, then great things are coming for you, but you have to embrace the change. Okay. And change is sometimes hard. Sometimes we have to let go of things that we didn't want to let go of. Sometimes we have to embrace things that require us to step up and take responsibility in a whole new way. Sometimes it's going to challenge our self-worth. It's going to challenge our self-confidence. And that is where the fear dynamic comes in. And we've got to step into it. We have to move through it. All right. The only way out is through. So if you're right now, there's a good chance you're either in a really like, what the fuck is going on, in a really shitty place, or you're in a, man, I'm loving life and things are going great. Either way. Okay. It is very, very important to connect with yourself, check in with yourself, stay grounded. All right. And really honor yourself. This is about self-love, operating from your heart, you know, letting yourself and the world know, the people in your experience, who you are and why you are where you are. And really, like, if something is not serving you, chuck it in the fucking bucket and let it go. Just get rid of it, because there's no need to carry dense shit anymore. With everything, there's a polarity, right? So we have polarity, and so if we're having like ruminating thoughts or deep dark thoughts and things that feel or seem like they're not going our way, then shit's going to be real dark. But you got to realize that you have the control. Now, when I say you have the control, that's a Saturnian dynamic, right? You have the ability to control your mind, your heart, your body, your consciousness. But Uranus is saying that, hey, we are requiring you now to step up, right? Now you can't leave. Now you got to stick around. Now you got to face your shit, because the universe, God, source energy, whatever you want to call it, needs you for a higher purpose. There's massive spiritual warfare going on right now, guys. Massive growth. Even me, you know, I took the last few weeks to you know, take a step back from doing these reports, because I've been going through my own changes and my own growth and my own experiences, and they have taught me a lot. And I needed this time off, so I come back to you guys with, you know, a newfound sense of centeredness and authenticity. And so I'm really grateful for you guys checking in and tuning into this. And please, if this video resonates with you so far, please like, share, and subscribe. Annotate your comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking or feeling about this full moon, and let's keep it going. Now, you know, this new moon, this full moon rather, is in Capricorn, 3 degrees. I'm a Capricorn, so you know, Capricorn is all about foundation, right? It's all and with that, all the stuff that we've been going through this last couple of years, it's really ending cycles, and it's bringing us into this new reality check, okay, about where we want to go, what we want to do. Now let's start out with the good stuff, okay? I like the good stuff. We have a grand trine here during this full moon. We have Chiron, 12 degrees of Aries, trine over to Mars in Leo, 8 degrees of Leo. And then we have that trine over to the South Node at 10 degrees of Sagittarius, trining over to Chiron. This is beautiful for the divine masculine. This is letting go of shit that we don't need to hold on to anymore. I will say there's a massive amount of purging right now. And with Neptune here at 23 degrees now of Pisces, we are in uncharted territory, guys. We are in this whole new level, you know, third decan. We're almost halfway through the third decan. You know, by the time Neptune finishes in Pisces, we're all going to be like levitating and telepathic and shit. But here's the thing. In order to be able to access those deeply embedded gifts in our consciousness, we have to trust, we have to be honest with ourselves. No more hiding from ourselves. This overall aspect to me for this full moon is about owning the shit that you haven't been owning, so that you can purge it out, you can grow into the next best version of yourself. So stop being hard on yourself. Stop creating drama where drama doesn't exist. Stop making a mountain out of a molehill. Own your shit, take responsibility, and fucking handle it. Bottom line, like there's the Capricorn in me. All right. Black Moon Lilith is conjunct the North Node. This is a lot of primal energy, a lot of very root chakra kind of like resetting, regrounding the root chakra. Mercury has just gone direct. So Mercury is still very powerful and has to go back over all this energy in Gemini, and it is going to Mercury is going to square Neptune for the third and final time here in the next couple of weeks. So with that, everything that we're going through is teaching us a very vital and deep lesson about our consciousness, about where we're going, about what we're really made out of, right? What did we really come here to do? What is our spiritual purpose? What is our purpose in this physical reality, in this physical, you know, third dimensional world, Saturn? What are we supposed to be changing? What are we supposed to be growing into, Uranus, right? And what magic do we have to bring to the collective, Neptune? But with Neptune square Mercury, this is delusion. This is illusion. This is, you know, like addiction, substance abuse. And I mean, let's face it, guys, like the opioid crisis is crazy. There's all kinds of crazy stuff coming, you know, at least here in America, over the border, you know, from Mexico. Shit's getting crazy. Shit's getting real. So we have to really watch out and be cognizant of what's going on. Now, the sun in Cancer, of course, the United States chart, the sun is in Cancer. So, and this is eventually, it's going to oppose Pluto in Capricorn, but that's not going to be for a couple more weeks. All right. But you know, this is about really honoring and honing in our emotional, we're basically being tested emotionally. All right. But we're seeing, you know, what's really in our heart. Where are we really at in our life? And where do we really want to go? There's going to be a lot of unexpected twists and turns. We may have had, you know, like the Neptunian energy, you know, square to Mercury in the last few weeks, we may have been having like ideas or visions or things in our mind that we thought was going to take us to a certain place, or maybe we had this big vision of something that we're going to create and it's not working out like we thought it was, because there's things that we have to go over again in our consciousness. But with that, you know, as we're going over it again, things are going to start to get clearer once Mercury goes direct, but it's still going to have to square Neptune for a third and final time. And this is all mutable energy. So a lot of things are going to change, but trust that things are turning in our favor. But you have to believe. If you're in a state of delusion or illusion or addiction or suppressing this light that's shining through, you're going to really fuck yourself here. So please don't fuck yourself, because that's not really fun. I mean, you know, I guess it could be fun, but in this particular scenario, it's not a whole lot of fun. Okay. So we have Jupiter retrograde now, Saturn retrograde, Neptune's going to be turning retrograde pretty damn soon. Whole lot of retrograde energy going on. Now, look, of course, all that means is that we're doing a lot of, you know, reassessing internally. All right, with Mercury going direct, that's going to at least set us in the course for where we want to go. But as we're going forward, we're going to have to be real cognizant about what's going on. What are we doing? What are we feeling? Why, how, what, and really listen to our heart. If we're too much in our head, we're going to screw ourselves big time. All right. But we have some beautiful, beautiful aspects here. We have Jupiter. Now, Jupiter literally just turned retrograde. Okay. So whenever a planet is shifting to go either retrograde or direct, that's when it is in its big, you know, most dominant power. So if Jupiter sextile the moon and trine the sun, all right, that is shining a light on our spiritual gifts and areas of our life that are saying, you know, do we believe in ourselves? Can we do this? What do we really want to do or create? And having this big vision and really stepping in and taking the risk, yes, but believing we can do this. But we have to put all of our energy into creating this new magic in this world. Look, guys, the world needs us. We need light workers. We need starseeds. We need healers. We need people that are going to come and stand in their power. And empaths like us, we tend to be a little like hermity, right? We, you know, like the world is not a light place, but and that's why all this airy fairy shit of just, you know, sitting around in sound baths and doing yoga and going on retreats, that's all fun and good and everything, but this spiritual warfare is not all sunshines and rainbows, guys. We have to go into the darkness. We have to do the shadow work. We have to clear out all this dense negative energy. And this shit is on, you know, on top priority right now. We're clearing all this stuff out and we're seeing it big time in the world. There are so many shifts and changes going on. So Jupiter is making this big. It's making this huge. Jupiter likes being in Pisces, and this is mutable energy, remember. All right. Now, let's see here. We also have Venus is trine to Neptune. This is huge. All right. Massive. Now this could be illusion, delusion of you know, like in relationships where you know, like it's like this is where like you could be having, you know, say like you're with someone, you're having sex, and oh my god, suddenly you're having this mind-boggling Kundalini activating, you know, like life-changing sex, and you're just like crazy madly in love with this person, and then they're, you know, then they get weirded out because the energy is too strong and they don't know how to handle it because their light is blasting through, and you're like, what the fuck just happened, right? Also, we have Venus opposed to Pluto. So with Venus opposing Pluto here, that makes this relationship energy way more intense. All right. Whenever Venus, a personal planet in Cancer, our personal emotions, with Pluto in Capricorn, which is the foundation, which is the structures in our lives, this is where other people are going to trigger. There's a lot of triggering here. There's a lot of purging. Okay. But we've been going through this shit for a while, guys. You've been doing the work. You know what the deal is, and you know what you got to do. Now with Mars here, especially with this grand trine, it's really saying, okay, you have the ability right now to step up into your power, structure your boundaries. Your boundaries will be tested. Okay, but structure these boundaries and step into your power. No, I will not do this. Yes, I am willing to do that. Yes, this is me. No, this is not me. Do not sacrifice yourself for others. This is a big, big lesson with this full moon. And of course, again, with the North Node conjunct Black Moon Lilith, it's primal. And at 10 degrees, all right, 10 degrees, it's the last decan. So this is really stepping into a mastery aspect. It's like, look, we're in this new chapter. It's time to fucking go. This is the foundation that we have structured that is telling us that we are ready, whether you believe it or not. Okay, the ego might say that, oh, I'm scared, or I still gotta do this. Maybe you're getting ready to get ready, like you're trying to prepare and go, but it's just not happening, it's not coming through. Look, take action. It's a time to take action. Okay, now I would like to bring up the inside degrees so I can read you guys the degrees of this full moon. Now, this inside degrees, it's again a bit of a reality check. All right, so just bear with me here. Okay. Capricorn, 3 degrees. You have a woman sniffing pepper and sneezing violently. That doesn't sound like fun. Attraction and repulsion, convictions, beliefs, antipathies. I don't even know what the hell that is. And judgments. Antipathies, maybe like, contradictions. I think that's what it means. Being confronted karmically with whatever you most phobically seek to run away from, mercilessly and ruthlessly over and again, forced to come to terms with what you hate and cannot deal with. The fast and strong and hard path to get through mountains of karma and move onward. Yet each episode, every cycle of recapitulation tends to be engulfing and consuming. You must discover the lost art of taking up karmic lessons without any indulgence in self-flagellation. If you can meet it and release it, get inside of it and be done with it, the process works. But if you linger over right and wrong, blame and praise, the swirls put you too far under too long, and the path through becomes a repetition compulsion with very little real breakthrough. So this to me says that our very center of our soul, the deepest, darkest parts of us are coming up to be cleared. All right. The stuff that scares the shit out of us, that we do not want to face, is saying, too bad, you got to face it. It's time to look. It's time to see. It's time to feel. Because in order to be able to ascend, to really step up into this world, this next level, you must step up in your heart. You must open your heart and clear out these dense negative energies. All right. So a lot of karmic clearing right now is going on. But if we take a look back at the chart, okay, we have Saturn that is, let's see, Saturn is trine to Mercury, and where is it with the nodes? All right, so is trine the North Node and sextile the South Node. That is huge because, of course, Saturn is the Lord of Karma, right? Saturn's retrograde. So this is internal, a lot of epiphanies, aha moments, finally breaking through within. But then we have to take the action outside of ourselves to really follow through. So the breakthrough can happen within. You can have an epiphany. Oh my God, fucking fine. I finally see it. But then you realize, damn it, I have to have this really difficult conversation with so-and-so, or I have to do this really difficult thing that I really don't want to do. Dude, you got to do it. You have to do it. This will activate the Uranian energy, and this will set you free from your karmic baggage, from the karmic debt that you need to pay off. We all have karma. Maybe if it's not from this life, it's from a past life. We all have karma that we got to pay off. Okay? Embrace it, face it, let it flow, let it go, and then move the fuck on. Right? Chiron is, of course, trying to Mars. It's sextile to Saturn. It is semi-sextile to Uranus. So Chiron has these amazing, in fact, Chiron only has positive aspects. All right. So this is saying you don't have any choice anymore. Vulnerability is a vibration of the week. It's really the vibration of the month, or the year rather. But this is going to be where it's peaking. It's peaking out. And Chiron is getting pretty close to 13 degrees as well. So we're moving into deeper layers of that vulnerability. All right. Saturn is back at 12 degrees. And of course, it's trine to Mercury, which is, again, beautiful. Saturn also has some amazing aspects. The only difficult aspect that it has here is it's opposed to Mars. Now, Saturn opposed Mars is a very difficult transit because Mars, the personal planet, our divine masculine, it wants to make shit happen. It wants to go. So we get this epiphany. We want to make something happen. We want to go. And then suddenly, like 3 more things pop up that we need to deal with. What the fuck, man? And then there's frustration. There's what the hell? Why is this happening? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why? Blah, blah, blah. Get rid of the victim mentality, okay? Everybody has to face it. Everybody has to deal with it. Honor it. Be grateful for the lessons. The more you're able to approach these difficult situations with high vibrational energy, like you don't get triggered, like, you know what? I understand you're upset, or I understand this happened. You know, a lot of this is out of my control. I sincerely apologize. You know, try to avoid any conflict if you can. Even if other people freak out on you, or even if it's like really like I don't deserve this, or this is stupid, or it's not fair. Look, life's not fair. All right. We must be the bigger person in this energy, because if we get into a conflict here, it can create a lot more shenanigans for down the road that we do not need and we do not want. All right. Now, so Pluto is opposed to Venus. Saturn is opposed to Mars. I mean, this is deep, guys. This is like, it's time to get our shit on lock. It's time to take life seriously. And it's time to step into your power. It's time to step into playing the role, so to speak, that you always knew that you need to do or want to do, but it's like there's always been a part missing, or maybe you didn't feel good enough, you didn't have the resources, or you didn't have something, right, that just wasn't enough for you. Well, now it's time to be like, you know what? I don't care what happens or what it is. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to allow things to fall into place and be what they are. Whatever happens, happens. Let go of the outcome. Let it be okay. But I'm going to go into this fear. I'm going to go into this feeling and trust. This is where, guys, this is where the reason why we have to go through this is because when we actually do this, it requires faith and trust in the universe, that the universe is going to bring us something good, right? The universe has our back. But you have to really believe that. And that the only way to learn that is through experience. So the universe is giving us these experiences to teach us. So I encourage you to embrace whatever, wherever you're at right now. Embrace it, accept it, take action on what you feel is right, and let go of the outcome. Okay, when you take these steps and when you do these things, all right, I promise you, at the end of the day, in hindsight, you'll look back and understand why everything went down the way it did. And you'll see that in the big picture, things end up morphing into exactly what you needed in order to create the end result that you really wanted. All right. But typically speaking, the road to get to where you want to go doesn't look like what we think it looks like, because our ego wants to control it. Right. But there is no controlling this. There's no point. It's when we control it, again, we just bring ourselves back into that loop and then recycle the same fucking pattern that we did over and over and over and over again in our lives. And this is saying that it's time to break free from that cycle that we've been a slave to or imprisoned by ourselves, by our own ego, and break through. But you have to face your shit. You have to face your shadow and accept these things. Once we accept it, it can't fuck with us anymore. We become unfuckwithable. So I encourage you, have faith. Step into your power by being vulnerable. Use that Chiron energy. Take action with this Mars energy. Allow yourself to be okay in these deep, intense relationship vibes so that you can step forward into honoring your true, authentic self and loving yourself. And through loving yourself, that's where beautiful, good things are going to happen. But love requires discipline. It requires faith. It requires flexibility. And it requires trust. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you like this content, you'd like to see more of it, please annotate that in the comments below and let me know, how you feeling about this energy. And I hope you have a wonderful Capricorn full moon. I'll see you guys next report. Aho.